So far, we've learned about scientific notation, multiplying basically two numbers that are in scientific notation. But now we've got to look at the plus sign, which is different, okay? When we've got a plus or when we've got a minus in between, it makes our lives a little bit more difficult because we can't just multiply now. We're adding and subtracting. And we know when we're adding and subtracting, it's a little bit more complicated. We can add only like terms, okay? First thing that we want to look at is what makes it easy for us when we're adding or subtracting. We look at the power, okay? That's the power over there. That's the power. If the power have the same exponents, all easy because those are all like terms, okay? If you like, you can say that value is x, that value is x. You know that when you have 3.2 times x plus 2 times x, that's easy to solve, okay? That's, you basically just add the coefficients, okay? So this is exactly the same. 10 to the power 8, 10 to the power 8. That's the same power, so that makes these like terms. So that makes it easy to solve this particular question, okay? So we need to simplify this. We need to leave it in scientific notation. So what we're going to do is, because these are like terms, it really makes it easy. So what we're going to have to do is, like what we would have done if we let this 10 to the power 8 equals to x, we would have 3.2 plus 2 would be 5.2x, okay? That would be the answer, okay? But we know what our x is. Our x is 5.2 10 to the power times 10 to the power 8. Okay, that's what we do because the powers are the same. So the first thing that you want to look at when you're adding these, have a look at the powers. Are the powers the same? If the powers are the same, that means you can add right away. You don't need to do anything. It's not complicated. So that's the key. Okay, so let me just clean it up and show you how I would add this based on what I was saying. Okay, based on what I was saying, I'm going to look at this question and I will do it. Okay, so it would be, basically I'm just going to go straight ahead. I know 3.2 plus 2, that is 5.2, okay? And then I just drop those next to, so it will be times 10 to the power 8, just because those are the same. Okay, so that's my answer. That's how I start. Very, very easy. All I look at the powers, or the powers are the same. The powers are the same. I'm good to add these, okay? Let's look at another example. Okay, let's look at example. Right, so we've got another example here. First thing that we look at is we're saying, okay, we'll look at the sign there. The sign is negative, so it's pretty much similar to what we have in the negative side. So what we look at first is, what power do I have there? What power do I have there? Okay, the powers are the same. Simple again. Okay, what am I going to do? I'm going to go 2.5 minus 0.2. Okay, I know I'm going to have 2 there, and then I'm going to have 3 there. Okay, and then what do? I drop these guys. Drop them here. So times 10 to the power 14. Very easy, right? That's it. Why is it easy? Because I've got the powers that are the same. That's the first thing I look at. 10 to the power 14 on both sides. I'm good. That means I can do the operation, which is the negative operation of this. Okay, so that's our final answer. So basically what I'm saying is, what we need to look at is, we look at those powers. We look at the power. Remember, the power is the base plus exponent together. Look at the power that side. We ignore what you call the coefficients, 2.5 and 0.2 to the beginning with. You ignore them. You just look at the powers. You ask yourself a question: are the powers the same? I.e., I've got the same base and I've got the same exponent. Then I've got like terms. I can add or subtract as it is, just as I would. Okay, let's look at a little bit more complex.